G'day VC, Vinyl Boy Triggerback. Thanks for joining me again. Hope everyone is well. This video, as you can tell from the title, is going to be what's been under my needle recently. Now, all us vinyl turntable heads will understand what I'm talking about. If you're not into that sort of stuff, you might be thinking, Anyway, I'm directed at the first group. Okay, so first I want to give a a thank you to, doesn't need me to give him a shout out, because he's doing well for himself. Andy Vinyl's Den. Thank you very much, Andy. You actually put a video out probably a couple of weeks ago now, and I haven't had a chance to publicly thank you. I did write in a comment thank you when you did that video, where you basically highlighted 12 people basically who didn't have many subs, under 100 subs, who maybe deserve more. And I was one of those people, and I've subbed to most of the other people there as well, and most of them have subscribed back to me, and we've all benefited from some more subs. So thank you very much, Andy. You seem like a great guy, very chillaxed, and yeah, like really great gesture. So thank you very much for that. So yeah, this is probably the first series in what's under my needle. Been under my needle. Just to showcase what I got in my collection, and moving on to a theme that I probably want to talk about, if I can find the inspiration and the right words to talk about. That's the theme I want to sort of talk about. At the moment playing Billy Joel, The Stranger. I'm a big Billy Joel fan. Not that I've shown many of his albums, maybe I will. So, what have I been spinning lately? I was going to get some of these CDs out of the car. Well, I mention them, or I might just talk about them another time. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is what I've been sort of spinning the last sort of couple of weeks. Taj Mahal. Anthology Volume 1. Anthology Volume 1. I've only heard of Taj probably a year or two ago, just on the CBS. Actually, I was in a coffee shop, and Statesboro Blues came on. I thought, geez, this sounds good. What is this? And I felt a bit, I don't know, it was a pretty trendy sort of coffee shop, so I felt sort of a bit embarrassed to ask, thinking, you should be knowing this. Trendy coffee shop, cool music. There's this geezer just walked up the street for his coffee and doesn't know who this is. So I thought, I'll just get my phone out and use my Shazam. And bang, Shazammed it. Taj Mahal. Nice. New artist, so sought him out a bit more after that. It's funny, and then got my coffee, and well, when I was waiting for my coffee anyway, I sort of said, one of the baristas, a bit of Taj. It's like I knew what I was talking about, and he just gave me the nod, like, oh yeah, this bloke belongs in here. Anyway, so bit of Taj, great blues, self-taught, I believe. Statesboro Blues. It's a lot of great songs. Going up to the country. I like the Fishing Blues song. Fishing Blues. 6 Days on the Road. So very happy to have a bit of Taj in my collection. I do have another album, and it doesn't actually grab me so much. That's called Mo Roots. So these are all stuff I'm just going through my collection and trying to listen to more, which is going on to that theme. Basically, might get inspiration now. Basically, I'm trying to listen to my collection more. And you get that little bit of a theme coming out there in the VC. We're all picking up stuff, which is great, which you want to always do. I mean, I always do. I can't talk for you people, lovely people out there, but, I always want to collect more new stuff. Okay, but I don't want to talk about the when, how much is enough, because I mean I haven't been on the VC very long, but I'm sure it's been smashed out before multiple times. But I just feel that I've got quite a reasonable collection here now, and stuff is not going to get spun that much if I keep getting more and more and more. So I'm going to basically refine my collection down, I believe. I've got a huge, probably a few hundred inbox, which I'm sure all of us do. And it's bugging me a bit about my collection, is that I've got all this inbox, which I want to try and get through, but I've got heaps in my collection that I want to become more familiar with. I'm familiar with, my Supertramps, my Springsteens, and AC/DC, and pretty familiar with my Beatles and Billy Joel's, Elton John's, but there's still, I don't know my Jethro Tull well enough. I don't know what else, anything else come to mind. Lots of stuff. So there's still lots in here that I don't know well. I can't tell you multiple tracks out of their albums, and I feel that's a bit sad, because I want to know my collection well, and so I feel I'm going to try and give myself a goal of getting through this inbox by, say, the end of the year. So some I'll sell, some I'll give away, and then I'm considering just starting from A and going to Z. Just working through. And if there's something that don't really like, grabs me, then I'm probably just going to move it on. What's the point of having it there if it doesn't? I really don't want it there. I don't know. It's nice to have a lot of options, but when am I going to listen to them all? Anyway, I'm sure this has been talked about before, but I just wanted to talk about that, just to sort of say, and you hear more people talking about that VC. You got to, you don't want to tell people what to do, because I'm not here to do that. Just, we get these records, we seek them out, and not just to look at. You don't want to just look at them. Am I telling you what to do? No, I don't know, but you want to play them. I want to play them. I can only talk to myself. But I sort of get a bit of a feel from the VC as well. Okay, I'm talking quite a bit now. So, anyway, animals, the most of. So this is another example of, I knew it was there. I've probably listened to it maybe once or twice, but I couldn't, rattle off a lot of the songs. And I really love it. Yeah, really surprised how bluesy this is. I did not, if you would have told me it was sitting in my collection, and someone said describe that to me, and I can probably tell you the probably two most famous songs out of the first couple of songs, and what style is it? I probably would have said rock or something like that. But it's rock, but bluesy. It's really quite heavy blues. So so that's what I'm trying to get at. Okay, I want to know my collection better. Axis. So two first songs are the most famous and great, but there's still a lot of good songs in here, and as I say, the blues heaviness on it really surprised me. America, greatest hits. I know this one very well. I love this album. A really top album. It would have been close to a perfect album for me. A couple of weaker songs. But I love, Horse with No Name, I Need You, Sandman, Ventura Highway, Don't Cross the River. Great song. Sister Golden Hair, Tin Man, Daisy Jane. Awesome songs. America are a great band. I love this band. I've got a few of the other albums. Can I tell you much about their other songs? Well, this is the greatest. Obviously, some of these are spread over that. But, no. Another point, I want to know my collection better. So I'm a bit sort of sitting high today. I changed my vista at night time. This is a nighttime video. So just because my garage door's broken, doesn't come down. It's actually reasonably cold. Getting close to winter in Australia. We might hit 5 degrees at night. So anyway, America. I know this album, but I want to check out the other stuff as well. So America, that's what's been spinning. And I'm on needle. This band, Spy vs Spy. This is an Australian band, 80s rock. You probably don't know this band. There's a couple of great tracks on this. But they are called Spy by Spy. But actually, they had some copyright issues with the Mad magazine. Now, I remember the Mad magazine growing up with it. You know, the magazine sort of cartoons, sort of cartoon teenagers. You know what I'm talking about. But the back as well, the back page folded up and make a different image, pattern, picture, whatever. So I hope this is making some sense. And they had some clash with names. Spy vs Spy. It was in that magazine, so they clashed the names. So they had to change it for obviously legal issues. They called V Spy. This one's AO Mod TVers. Now, we'll talk about this another time, actually. I won't talk about too much, but two great songs, Don't Tear It Down and Credit Card. I love Credit Cards, and Don't Tear It Down is great songs, great opening. Talk about people's struggles, just the ordinary working class people, political issues. Great band. So if you look up there, a couple of those songs. So Don't Tear It Down and Credit Cards, great songs. ZZ Top, Eliminator. Killer songs all the way through. Actually, I was looking at this. How funny is that? The drummer's name, Frank Beard. Am I the only one who didn't realise that? That's comical. Great album, and it sounds great. Now, you got to play that more often. Can't just be sitting there. Cars, greatest hits. Some more great songs. I love this sort of back cover, all these cars. You know, Just What I Needed. What a song. That's a great song. Good Times Roll, Drive, Tonight She Comes, Best Friend's Girl. Great album. I really like the Cars. The 80s sound. That's when they played. So, you know, great album. This is one unusual unusual. Flood. So you see it, they're a Canadian rock band. Look like it. Look at these guys. If you're walking down an alley and these guys are walking towards you, what would you do? What would be your thing? Would you turn around and run? Would you prepare to fight for your life, or would you just say, "How are you, fellas?" So Canadian, I think what year? 71. So this is a blind buy when I got it a while ago. Yeah, nice. It actually sounds very Beatlesque. Now, I don't know if that's a crazy statement or not. If it is crazy, just tell me down there, and sub me up while you're down there as well. Just the riffs and the music, it really sounds very Beatle-like. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know. It's just, when I put it on a couple of times, I think, jeez, it does. What can I say? You know, it's what it sounds like to me. Black Sabbath, greatest hits. You might know by now, I'm not a huge metalhead. Not that I don't like it. I just never had friends that were into it. Never had influences that were into it. So, you know, like, I never listened to an Iron Maiden album all the way through, Anthrax, Slayer, all that sort of stuff. I just have an opportunity. If I find any of those out in the wild for the right price and the right condition, I will definitely pick them up. I did find this a while ago. Spun it once, couldn't quite remember a lot of it. Spun it the other day. Love it. This is killer. This is killer album, man. So they're great songs, and I'm going to try and seek out some more Sabbath. You know, people know them very well, talk about them a lot. Awesome. This is a Channel 7. Like it's a news. Let's set it the right way around. Probably the wrong way around. Anyway, 7. That's a news station, a channel in Australia. Paranoid, NIB, Changes. You go to War Pigs, Sweet Leaf. Love it. And the artwork on this is incredible. It's just the detail. Some sort of 14th, 15th century war Battleground. Pretty amazing. So definitely sing that some more Sabbath. And yeah, there's a metal album for you. Sade. I'm not saying that right. That's terrible. Shade. Oh my god, that's pretty embarrassing. Sorry. Anyway. Anyway, what can I say? Anyway, you know who it is. I can't say it for some reason. It's not Sade. Not Sinead. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm not going to try and say it because I can't say it. That's terrible. Sorry. Anyway, cool, smooth, jazz, sort of soul. Some cool songs on that, so happy to give that a spin again. Most famous, Smooth Operator, Your Love is King, and Hang On to Your Love. Very stable band, I believe. They sort of stayed together pretty much the whole way through. So, yeah. Cool. Peter Gabriel. Amazing person and artist. He's done so much. He's amazing. I was looking a little bit up about him recently. Obviously famous with Genesis, but an amazing solo career. He's in the Hall of Fame for a band and for solo career. His first four, but four of his, I think his first four albums were just self-titled, but they sort of nicknamed. This one's Melt. Some of them had, because one was Car, one was Scratch and Car. I think it was called Security, and that was the record company made him call it something. A lot of them feature his face and some sort of disfigurement there. This is one album I had to sit down and not do anything else. I just had to sit down and listen. This is amazing. Love it. He's such a talented musician and he plays multiple instruments on the Charisma, the famous Charisma. So I'm just trying to remember that last lady's name. That's ridiculous. I can't remember that. That's right. Anyway, this Inner Sleeve, which you got this album, you hopefully got the Inner Sleeve too, is probably the most difficult Inner Sleeve to read. It's just the colours are all just, the writing's in pink and it's hard to read. But he's got some amazing fellow musicians on there. There's Peter Gabriel clearly is on there. Phil Collins joins him for a few songs. K.D. Lang. Who else? There was Robert Fripp from King Crimson. Who else? There's a few others. Paul Weller. Kate Bush. Did I say that already? So amazing musicians went through, and he's done a lot. He's humanitarian issues. He's tried to address and quality individual, and amazing musician. And last one I've been spinning on lately is John Cougar. Nothing Matters and What If It Did. This one was okay, but I think it's one that probably example that as I'm going through, I'm probably going to move on, because I'm not going to come home one day and say, oh, I want to put this one out, I want to put Cougar, Nothing Matters, and What If It Did on. It just didn't grab me that much. So what's the point of having it there? I'll definitely come home and say, oh, I want to put Scarecrow on, I want to put Lonesome Jubilee on, but for this one, no. So it's going to move on. Anyway, that's Vinyl Boy Trigger. Back at ya. Thanks for watching. Sorry I couldn't get some of those words out. And yeah, we'll meet again.